Comic Sound Palm Desert.
Oh,
You?
Alex Calllego with Palm Springs Comic Con.
We're gonna get this right, you guys. How many times have we done this?
Lucy, Mama Comic. Oh my god, I know.
How many times? When I point at you, it's you, and then you introduce them.
No, our guest first. He's in the middle.
I guess. Anyway,
You're one of the hosts, so
Yes.
you should be.
Hi guys.
our
I
food
guess.
is brought to you by Trader Joe's. Actually, they didn't pay for it. I paid for it, unfortunately. So they have some little looking potatoes that I don't highly recommend because it tastes like nothing. Like,
Don't put it
Yeah,
back.
they're like
oh my god!
Pringles without the salt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ghost pepper. Ruffles.
Those are great.
Good.
Those
Highly
are-
recommended. The party meatballs, really good, and the sweet
Sure,
potato
that's spicy.
chips.
Yeah,
It's good. And some sugary stuff there. I can't touch it anymore because I'm gonna have to take it again. Forget it. I'm all sugared
I'm
out.
gonna make you eat it.
So our special guest tonight is ALEX CALLEGO.
Thank you for having me.
What?
Thank you for coming
Thank you for
here.
coming.
I like
I
that.
feel like every time that I know nobody yet has said no to us because
Well,
they
it's
know
like-
better.
You're
I'm like, what?
more guests.
You know, you're very imposing with your.
Oh my god!
You're like, you want to be our guest?
Right?
You're gonna say yeah.
What?
Did
No,
she drag you over here?
Yeah, she pulled me by the hair.
What? Here?
No, I always have good conversations with you whenever I come with you. Talk, like you both of you guys. So it's
Well, I
kind
mean,
of like
you're stuck with me. We're
You guys are
family.
family, you know.
Yeah.
So
whether you like it or not,
as we
Alex.
were saying, we have all three of us have something in common now. We're all Filipinos now.
Yeah,
I'm
technically.
still Mexican.
No, you have your
No,
Filipino
yeah,
card. You have,
Filipino.
you have the
During
Filipino
this-
card. Don't worry.
Okay.
Right?
You're in.
So
You're
I
the
can
mafia.
either talk smack or defend. You right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you point with your lips?
You know what? I think that's a Mexican thing too. Like we
I think
do that.
I think I've seen some
Yeah,
Mexican
we do
families
that.
do that. They don't do it as expressively.
No,
as
no,
Filipinos.
it's like this. No, no, no.
But if it's like further, it's further away. Where is it at? Where?
Does
Yeah.
your parent ever say like if you're like looking for something, look with your eyes, not with your mouth? Do they say that?
No, they've never.
Really? Oh my
They've
god!
never
like
said
that.
that. They've never said
Not
that.
with your well, I mean, yeah, like she'll say with your eyes, but not like.
Because you're complaining and nagging and all that. I
Well,
think
no, my
it's
dad
like-
would always use your eyes. Go.
Yeah.
He'd
yes.
like open his eyes really, really wide. Do that like very Filipino
funny.
like.
But your dad's so funny.
Yeah.
He's so cool.
I need to meet your dad.
He's
very
a
nice.
he's a.
Is he a true Filipino?
Okay, he's dad jokes like the very Filipino style.
Okay.
You know what? Actually, at the wedding, I don't know if he forgot who I was, but he was talking to me at the end of
Oh yeah.
Because he was talking to me and I was like,
Oh,
I
I
just
think-
smiled. I think he was too
I
happy.
told you you're all Filipino now. That's
I
it.
just smiled. I was like, yeah.
You're in the family, so don't worry. It's like you like. I think he was talking to everybody in Tagalog.
I think so. And then, well, you know, it was kind of like a little dark in there, and I was next to Sam, and I was like, oh, hi, how are you? And then
Well,
he
I don't.
started
Does
talking.
Sam speak Tagalog?
No.
So
He
he-
understands
but-
a little bit.
But he probably was talking to Sam in Tagalog.
No,
too.
he was looking at me.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, were you guys like together? Like talking?
He
like,
was
standing together?
talking to somebody else, and yeah, he didn't see your dad.
Oh,
But so he was talking to me, and I was just like, oh yeah. And then Sam's like, what happened? I was like,
yeah.
what
My
you
dad.
said?
My dad goes on autopilot like when he speaks to like.
Yeah,
So, by
it's funny.
any of you guys, we do speak Tagalog. That's our native language, main language in the Philippines. So I speak it. Alex, you speak it?
I can, if I hear a conversation long enough, I could pick up on what the gist of it is.
When your mom and your dad is mad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but there's usually certain phrases you pick up on. You're like, okay, sorry. Yeah.
You know that tone,
You
right?
know the tone.
It changes.
But then you learn what it means, and you're like, I'm sorry.
Earlier, my sister Erica, sister-in-law, was at the house, and she was saying how one day their mom was mad, and then she said that word. I forgot what it was. No.
Oh yeah, don't
Oh
know.
my
I wish you
Never
could
repeat that.
hear her. I'm like, I cuss a lot. So it's like, I wish you could hear that in English coming from her. Because, you know,
Yeah.
I love that she's like so sweet
Yeah.
and so nice, you know.
I would have never ever thought she would say
She was
anything
cussing
like
at
that.
Justin because he broke the window or something like that. So she was
Well,
pretty mad.
Okay.
Oh,
She was pretty mad.
That's fair.
So,
That's very fair.
but,
sorry, I have a neck problem with this, so I'm like looking at you.
No, it's
checking
totally
you
fine.
out. I'm like, go this way.
You're gonna work your way all the way to the
Right.
desk over there.
Right?
you're
Asking
disappearing.
questions.
It's Gucci more.
So, Alex, what do we know about you? Like, I mean, just okay. What are the things that, three things that
three.
not many people knows about you?
Okay.
Top three.
Top three.
I like threes. I have no idea why.
That's a very Asian thing.
Really?
It's like
13s.
well in Chinese culture they I think they do threes. Like it's bad luck to give somebody in four like
An
odd
even?
even
No,
numbers.
actually, you know
Is
what?
it?
My mom liked to take pictures and whatnot. She was very superstitious. Filipinos are, especially their
Oh
mom.
yeah.
So we can't take a picture like when there's three of you guys. Like it has to be four person. But I think it's her fault because it's like, why not three? So now it's stuck in my head.
And she had 3
Yeah, so I
kids.
And
So I
three
don't know.
kids, I'm like, what's up with that? And I love threes. I have 3 kids. And so I have 2 dogs, and I want 3 dogs for my honey buns. You won't let me have one more. Oh.
3
So
dogs
what
is
is,
a lot.
come on, let's.
Okay, so 3 things. I used to be married.
Uh-huh.
I think you were surprised at that.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Like,
Very surprised. I'm like, what?
Like yeah. But most people don't know who I am, so it's like yeah.
He's single now, ladies. He's very single now. Very single.
I mean that's not a very interesting thing, I guess. Yeah,
Your age was like, it tripped me out, remember?
yeah, I get that a lot.
Yeah,
Like,
so
a lot
guess how old he is, you guys.
We'll leave
Yes.
that. We'll leave that a mystery. I won't tell anybody.
Yeah, make comments
Yeah.
and I'll
Comment.
pass it
How
along
old
to
do you
him.
think
Alex is.
Yeah, Drew was like a common. He's a customer here.
Yes.
Oh, what name?
Drew.
Drew Yeager.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
you
he's,
guys
he's,
work
yeah,
together,
he's,
right?
he's my boss.
You know,
we
I
work
asked him. Yes, I remember. I asked him if because you told me where you were working, and then he told me where you were working, and I was like, oh, hey, that's my cousin.
Yeah,
Italian, just so people, you're my cousin.
yeah, him and like all my other bosses there. He's like, no. They're like, no, really, no.
So you're shocked when you tell them like how old you are.
Yeah, I still get people who think I'm like way younger
Yes.
than I.
You say that like.
Yeah, I always do.
It's the
yes.
rice.
Yeah,
It's
it
the
is.
rice.
It's the
And
rice.
It's the rice.
It's the rice.
It's
It's the rice and the soy sauce.
And the patis, the fish sauce.
Patis, yeah.
Fish sauce. Oh,
Yeah.
Lord, did you ever see the sodium amount in there?
Yeah, I don't use it anymore.
No,
It's too
No.
much.
it's like for one
Um,
teaspoon.
I think it's like growing up with the stuff that you eat, and then growing up, then you realize how like it's like, holy crap, I think my mom's
Oh, yeah.
been feeding me this.
But we're
what?
okay. We turned out just fine.
Well, you know, like
Wait.
okay,
We
so
turned out okay.
here's the thing. Like, here's one thing that you guys don't know, and it actually kind of like affected the progress of Palm Springs Comic Con Year 2. I am a CHF patient. If you don't know what CHF means, it's congestive heart failure. I told you about this. So I really like this looks amazing, and I have like 1 in 1, but I can't have a lot of stuff. So I look at a lot of stuff. I'm always looking at the back of bottles now, like all the food. I don't eat a lot of processed food anymore. That's another reason why I don't drink anymore.
And I was like, what do
Did
you
you always have that?
Yeah, you add, no, see, I knew I had, I grew up with high blood pressure. I found out when I was 18 that I had high blood pressure.
I tell you, those Filipinos, the Filipino diet. No.
Yeah, it's not good for people with high blood pressure. High blood.
You're hard. You're hard.
Yeah, I got to sit down. But yeah, that's one thing that people don't know about me. Is like I am a congestive heart failure patient.
So are we doing okay? How are we?
Oh yeah. I'm much better now. But like previous to Palm Springs Comic Con year 2, I didn't know what was going on with me. I had I thought I was sick, with a cold and stuff like that, or I just wasn't getting enough exercise. So I tried going to exercise, but it made me even more tired, and it got progressively worse and worse. And this one week, it was like right before Coachella, I had caught this like a virus that was like similar to flu and pneumonia, and I actually ended up in the hospital. I went to urgent care, and they said your blood pressure is through the roof. You could have a stroke. You're at scary stroke levels. So that you need to go to the hospital because they'll do the proper testing. They'll give you all the stuff to get your blood pressure down. But we need to figure out what's going on. And so I was in the hospital, and I found out that I had congestive heart failure due to a viral infection.
Oh wow.
And we found out that the viral infection caused me my blood pressure to rise. It's because when you're sick,
right?
When you have the flu,
Yes.
when you have pneumonia, your blood pressure goes up to try to help your body heal. But it wasn't that for me. It was just too much, and so it was getting really bad. When they did an echocardiogram, they saw that my heart valves were leaking. And
Did they have to fix it?
No, they didn't have to go in because so there's medication that actually helps your body fix that. They give you the type of medication that you need to get, and they try to use that before they take invasive measures.
That's good.
Yeah. So they were able to get it drop my blood pressure. They did another echocardiogram on me a year ago. I'm coming up for my 1 year exam to check again, and they said it was night and day. When in April when they did their first echocardiogram, they said I looked like I had the heart of a 7-year-old.
Oh my
70.
goodness.
By October, they finally got to the point where I looked like a healthy 30-year-old.
So you feel much better now. Are you still maintaining with your medications?
I have to. It's going to be a lifelong thing. They said that over time they'll have to adjust it, when I lose weight and things like that.
So what do you do currently that's to kind of help out, decrease your chances?
I basically try not to eat a lot of processed food.
I saw your
Oh
stories.
yeah.
And every time I see him, where the heck is this guy? You guys should follow him because it's funny. He's always in a different restaurant every time and have different stuff.
But who knows? Maybe he just taking the pictures and not eating it.
I don't know.
Here's the thing. Okay, so
Oh, he's sharing.
it's cheat days. Those are cheat days.
Cheat days. Cheat weekends, more so.
Yeah, cheat weekends.
But
Basically.
no, I don't know where you find these places. I'm all
So
Alex.
I'll put you up on some cool YouTube video channels.
Okay.
Migrationology
Okay.
is a great one. He's this guy from Thailand. His name's Mark Weens. It might actually be under Mark Weens, WIEN.
Wait, is this a guy that goes into restaurants? And
Yeah, he goes to different restaurants around the world in different countries and things like that.
I saw that.
He's really great. He's endlessly positive. What I love about his shows is when he goes to even having a bad time. He missed a train to get to he was in Japan and he's they went to the wrong house, the wrong hotel, and so they had to drag all their luggage to a different area, and
Oh
he was smiling the whole time. And he was yeah, we went to the wrong hotel. Oh well. And he's super positive, super positive. That's what I love about him.
Well, I mean that's good. I always say, and I always tell Sam that, and I feel like I have always been like that. I'm sorry, I just got distracted. I saw the picture
Oh my
of
God,
Willy
did you
Wonka.
have Alex moment? Like I was talking to him earlier, like we were like locked in eyes, and like having this
I just saw
very
Willy Wonka's
deep conversation,
hat.
and then he sidetracks like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, what were you looking at?
Yeah, I was looking at the variant of the Rainbow Bright because I love the 80s.
I just had that. I'm like about to say something like so,
Yeah.
and then I saw Willy Wonka's hat, and in my hat, I'm like, oh shit, I look like Willy Wonka.
It's Halloween.
Hey,
I just kind of like
you're in the right place to be in cosplay.
right.
So.
I mean, I have
I know when she asked me, like, should we decorate our store? I'm like, we're already decorated like 24/7, 365 days.
no, but like the
Pumpkins? More pumpkins?
Anyway, so
Positivity and all that sort of stuff.
So I have always been like that. Like always try to look at the bright side. If we're struggling, something's coming up, something's good, and it's like, why? What's the point of worrying about things? What are you gonna get out of it? By stressing out and worrying about it? Nothing. Nothing's gonna get solved.
Yeah.
So it's like try to stay positive, you know, and.
Does he listen to you?
Huh?
Does he listen to you?
Yeah, he does. He does.
Okay,
Now,
Sam, your husband.
My husband, Sam.
Like you've been living with him for like how long now?
oh my God, don't ask me. How long? It's horrible with dates,
But you've been living with him for a while.
Yes, I'm gonna say. Oh my God, we're gonna be 7 years together, and then 5 years. I'm gonna say 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you're very balanced in your relationship.
try. Yes.
Like
yes.
I mean, you kind of like have like the yin and yang.
Yeah. Like if he's stressing out or something, I'm always, it's okay. We're gonna be fine. Don't worry. Something might come up, and then when something comes up, I'm like, you see, I told you. Or when I'm like the one being like negative Nancy, he's it's okay. He's very, he pushes me like right now, like with the whole photography thing, and I'm gonna do my first mini shoot.
That's awesome.
Plug it in.
Yeah,
Yeah, plug that.
At Mama Comic.
Message me.
I'm at her first appointment, you guys.
Yes, I'm so excited.
I'm gonna bring all comic books.
But he's, so it's like I'm so excited for that. He's very supportive of like what I'm doing. At the same, whatever he's doing, whatever, even little things like if we're kind of bad at like when we purchase things, like, oh, should we do it? I'm like, just do it, babe. You deserve it. Come on, buy it, or more things like that. And he does the same thing, because we're bad at buying things. Because they're like, we feel bad. It's like, nah, maybe we should put that into something
you're guilty.
good.
Like it's the very you feel guilty about.
Yeah. Stuff, that's what happens when you grow up,
Well, you're in the wrong industry if you're feeling guilty of buying things.
You know what? No. But when it comes to comic books, like I see it as it's an investment. I can get my money back if I
my
decide to
husband
sell.
have told me your pool is getting bigger, and we're gonna have to put you in layaway.
I know.
He said, babe, you're gonna have to tally this up and put her on a layaway payment. I'm like,
I know.
We sent
what do you think this is? Kmart?
Right? But
he was looking for something, and then he pulled. I'm like, whose is this? He's 00, and I'm like, oh, it's Lucy, and he's like, that's how big.
Well, because I was
was
waiting. This is like my 2 weeks, and then I try to empty it.
Right. So by the time 2 weeks comes, it's added more. Like
yes.
See, that's why. That's another reason why I can't collect comics anymore. Okay, I know we're in a comic book shop, and we were talking. Like you guys want to get into the nitty gritty of like who I am, and my like where
Are
I.
you doing a disclaimer already? Like we kind of.
No. I'm not a disclaimer, but it's like I'm just talking about like why I stopped. Stopped playing collecting comics. It's like it's just okay. So our convention is a very DIY.
Wow, you're pulling us already on your convention.
No. I'm just kind of like trying to like as a precursor, like the way we do the way I do things. So I have to like really budget my own money because it's a reflection of my business and as a person of what I value.
Mm-hmm.
So like I value you guys having a good experience, so I have to put my time and attention and my money to things that will help further that along. Because I want my experience to be as good as good for me as it is for you. So like, if I'm like struggling with money, that's not a good way to live. You know, I'm all about it. Like, you know, taking time out to like have pleasure in your life. You know, as you know. But it's like, because like, I also have to be okay with like.
And conscious about what you're money. And,
Yeah.
you know, and I've said this before. We are not in a city. We are in a small city, and we're still about 20 years behind civilization. So,
Yeah.
Which sucks because we finally have a Korean barbecue.
The first Korean barbecue.
Ramen, which is okay, you guys, but
Yeah.
it's not as. I mean, we've
But
had
you know,
great ones.
support it just
Yeah,
because
we're
it's
gonna-
there.
It's
Yeah.
eventually gonna.
Yeah.
You know the Korean barbecue. Oh, I love Korean barbecue. I mean, you know, for my birthday, almost every year we
Oh, yeah,
go
you
to
guys-
Korean barbecue.
I always miss it too.
I know.
Like I was doing something when you guys
know.
go.
I know. Arno made it this time. So
When? Oh
he,
man.
yeah,
Where was
he
I?
did. I don't know. You were not. I think you were. You had to go to a convention or something. You were out of town.
He was trying different stuff.
But no, I know it was something. I can't remember. But yeah, and we went and we like it. It's like I said, it's good. It's good
Yeah.
for the town. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll get there, you know,
No.
like, and the owners are so nice, and then when you tell them something, they
They're
try to bring
accommodating.
it, and
Yeah.
I like the owners are on it, you know, like
yeah.
I really
My
like
experience
it.
every time I go there, it's great.
Yeah.
I've never had a bad experience. I've been there at least 3 or 4 times, and they've always been super nice. And they're like, "Do you need more?" They're like, that's what I love about like
Yes.
a good restaurant is like your experience.
And you know, it's funny because you only will find it out here. Unfortunately, we can't find it like out there in LA.
No,
and
but good if you
Pomona,
want good.
No.
This is good customer service.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I want to add too. Okay, we had this really big, huge. Not really. We love this one place close to my mom's house in Thai town. It's called Sunam Luang, and they've been rated. It's a hole in the wall place.
That's in like
In
LA.
Hollywood, yeah.
But,
So it's like a pretty much
What is it
24 hour. Sunam Luang is a Thai food.
Oh, okay.
So they have the best noodles, pad Thai. They've
That
voted
sounds so
on and
good.
whatnot. But we've gone there several times where there's hair. I mean, it's very authentic, and their grade is not that good. But people will say, like, I want to find a hole in the wall place. But
Yeah.
you're kind of like compromising the standards. Like out here, I mean, the sushi place out here, we have, you know, we follow the rules, we follow the grade and all that. So with them, with the Korean barbecue and the ramen, even though I know, I'm sure we've had better, but it's okay and encourage it because you know
Yeah.
there's
Oh, yeah.
so much thing that's gonna come out. I mean, the desert is again, we're slowly crawling into this.
I always
time.
think we're like 5 to 10 years.
I say
behind.
20 years.
Really?
Yes.
I'm being generous.
No, I'm real. Because the boba,
Yeah.
right? It's like it's been around for
You know
like
what?
forever.
I never heard of boba. I mean, like, a lot of the foods, pho, a lot of the things I never heard of until I met my husband Sam. Boba, I was like, what is that? Especially
Sam
coming
expanded your.
from like,
your
I mean, I don't know if
taste
it's a Mexican thing. I don't
But
know. Have you heard
I-
it, Anna? Like boba? Like no. You
No.
see, like it's you never heard. And he showed me, and I was like, what? What the hell is this?
Well, here's the thing. I think that with any good relationship, you're always trying to share things that you discover.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and he all that stuff.
And I
like,
noticed that you with you and Sam.
Yeah. But yeah, like a Korean barbecue too. Like I mean, the first time like I had it, he's the one who. And I'm like, oh my god, I love with Korean barbecue. And
What's your favorite side dish, by the way?
oh my god, it's too many. And that's one thing that I'm like, I feel bad, but on my review because I did a review.
No.
But I did know, I gave him
Were
5
you fair?
stars.
Were you fair?
Oh yeah, no. I just said like the only thing that I wish they had a little bit more sides
Yeah.
because they have like the noodles when we go out of town we
You
the
did
one
japchae?
no,
The buckwheat noodle? Oh no, there's a sweet potato noodle.
Yeah, no, it's a different one. It looks like oh my god, what is it called? That they family made the noodles.
Ponce.
The ponce. It kind of
Oh yeah,
looks
that's
like
japchae.
ponce. That's what it is.
That's
Oh, okay.
japchae,
Yeah, they kind of clear noodles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's actually made out of sweet potato stuff.
Oh, is it? Oh, I did not know. But
Yeah.
I love that one. That one I can eat
dude.
a lot.
I actually bought a package of like the dried,
No way.
and I want to try making it myself.
Oh, well,
Looks
let me know
really
if
good.
you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that and kimchi. Oh my god.
So,
over here they have to bring me a big plate of kimchi.
Birthday for Christmas. Kimchi.
I love
You want,
kimchi.
I'll give you a kimchi kit so you can make your
Oh my
Maybe I'll
god.
smile.
Awesome. Heck
You'll
yeah.
have like a-
We're just gonna stash that in a
I
barrel.
know, yeah.
I know.
You're gonna have to bury it underground. Just bury it underground.
Yeah, no, I love kimchi. Like when we go there, like they give me a big plate
Yeah.
and I finish the whole thing and I ask for more.
That's good.
My
Because I
favorite side definitely is japchae, but I think the second, I think it would have to be. They haven't. Okay, it's very an Americanized version of the potato, like a Korean potato salad. I don't know if
Yes,
it's like
I like that one
that
too.
one's good. Like the
Yes.
potatoes, like some people will do it differently. They'll do the circular
Mhm.
potatoes, so it's easier to pick up with the chopsticks. Other ones will do it like
The cubes.
The cubes, and it looks like you just bought it from like
Right?
Yeah,
from
but it
Albertsons.
tastes good.
Yeah.
That's another. I like
It's good with the barbecue.
Wayne
It goes
Chow.
really good with
Yeah.
barbecue.
where we always go to Wayne Cho's when we go out of town at Riverside and Chino Hills. That's where the two that we go
Now,
to.
do you like Korean barbecue places that bring the stuff to you, or do you like going to Korean barbecue places that have like buffet style?
No, I have not been to
Oh,
that
you
one
haven't?
yet. No.
There's like one in San Diego I need to try. that
Okay,
does
no,
it.
Sam told me about one, but I always want to, I'm like, no, like, I want to go to, because I know what I'm, like, looking for, you know?
Yeah.
So, and they give you a lot of side dishes, you know? So that's the only thing that about this one that I have asked on my little review. I was like, I mean, everything's really good, as long as you guys add more side dishes. The first time we went, they didn't have the rice papers, but then they add the rice papers.
Oh yeah, that's my
So
favorite.
they were like, they were trying to figure it out, still find a good that they can, you know.
They should.
But
I really would love to when Korean barbecue places do the Assam leaves. It's either like the sesame leaf or like lettuce. I like that a lot, like because it makes me feel like I'm eating healthier. Yeah, like, really?
I haven't seen those yet.
Yeah,
Those, I mean, the only two restaurants that I've been, it's this one and Wayne Cho's because I don't want to try anything else. Oh no, there's another one I think that we tried, but it's pretty similar to Wayne Cho's. So
have you guys ever tried hot pot?
no.
Chinese hot
I
pot?
have. Okay, it's freezing inside there a lot, right?
Oh, are you talking about the shabu shabu?
The hot. What are you talking about?
Like hot pot, like it's kind of like the
It's
shabu
good.
shabu place.
But
in
yeah, it's
Baton
always
Rouge.
cold inside. I get it because you're eating soup and whatnot, but it's freezing cold and freaking it. It's like we're eating in a freezer.
Yeah.
But you're eating like that. It's a hot pot. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's really good. It's healthy.
Eh,
They don't have MSG.
They-
I would like
there's-
to believe that they don't have MSG.
I just kind of
But if
I
it's-
block it out of my mind.
Right, but if it's like, if you ask for authentic, that's what you're gonna get. Don't
Yeah.
be out,
Oh, no.
you know.
Here, okay, let's like get the meat of it. I'm gonna get a little political. MSG is a very like the effects of it is a very like what they like they've said all this stuff about MSG and how it's bad for you. It's not.
No.
It happens. They put it in everything you do, and like any of this processed foods, there's probably MSG in there.
Yeah.
And
Oh
then
yeah, heard of it.
yeah, MSG is in Doritos. Naturally
Hypocrites.
occurring
See?
MSG is in Parmesan cheese. You know, it's like
So why are they just like it was like all the Chinese food, all Asian food?
because
that's
okay, so
MSG.
right around that time, that's when Chinese restaurants were getting popular.
I see.
When that report
I've
started
heard of
coming
that.
out. And yeah, there's actually documentaries. There's a documentary about General Tso.
You know what I'm gonna get for you for Christmas? Is
What's that?
Ajinomoto.
Which one?
Ajinomoto, like the MSG one, the Filipino one.
Oh, the one with the red top.
Yes.
Oh man, I haven't had one of those in forever.
No, but I mean, we've had it. I grew up in the Philippines, so we've had it. It's part of our food.
Oh, yeah.
You know, whatever intake we have, and there was no. I think as we progress, times change. Our body chemicals are changing, and you know now people are often allergic to everything.
Oh my gosh, she's one of them. Freaking, she should be in the
Hold on.
freaking bubble.
Like, did you do one of the allergy tests?
Yes.
Oh gosh, I'm
Yes.
scared because I don't want to know if I'm allergic to like
I
stuff
am
that I love.
allergic to pretty much everything, and if you guys come to our store, we have 2 air purifiers. People think it's like, what is this? What is this like?
Is this a fan by the door? If you can kind of hear, that's, you know, what we said we always hear the thing because we have those on.
Yes.
I know you have an air purifier in your store because I can smell it. It's a distinct smell. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Is that,
I hate it.
You hate
Oh
it?
my god.
Oh no!
It reminds me when I was a
only when you-
kid.
And only when you oxidize the air, because
Yeah.
overnight it needs to electrify whatever is in the air, and then it drops it on the floor. Well,
Oh my god.
normally somebody is supposed to sweep it, and we don't. And so
Hey, I do on Sundays.
once a week, but every time we open, I guess we're supposed to like sweep it out for me. But so, and I will have flare-ups.
Okay.
Like the last couple of weeks, I was coughing. Remember my first video blog? I was like, my body was just shut down. It was like draining everything that needs to be drained.
Yeah.
So, yes, I have pretty much, when they tested me, it was all of it. Pretty much.
Okay. What foods are you allergic to?
I have soy, almonds. I'm allergic to the birds. I'm allergic to the dust mites. I'm allergic to Bermuda grass. I'm allergic to basically everything that you can think of.
Well, are you allergic to chicken? Because I have a friend who's allergic to chicken. He can't eat poultry.
You know what? I have a cousin that's allergic. He'll
I
get
eat
like
so much chicken.
eczema. Yeah. So I mean,
Uh,
seafood. I can't have shellfish. Yeah, shellfish.
shellfish. Yeah. That's a,
You know,
No.
my cousin, it's so weird that she's allergic to the shrimp skin. What is it? The skin? What's it called? Yeah. But she's able to eat the shrimp, but she cannot touch the skin.
the shell.
The shell.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody has to peel it for
Amy.
her. Huh?
Amy?
No,
Is it Amy?
no, my cousin from
Oh,
my side.
you're from your side.
Not my side. No.
Because I thought.
Is it Amy?
Well, I kind of remember somebody from our family.
Maybe.
Like they can't. Oh wait, that was my ex-wife.
Well, no. You have to, like, we have to. I remember one day when we went to Vegas, like, you had me and my other cousin peeling the shrimp for her so she could be able to eat it. 'cause
You
she
know,
couldn't eat
hold on.
shrimp.
Okay, I kind of like I call it like bullshit on that because some people just don't like having to
Yes.
do all the
Oh,
work.
no.
I mean, like,
She
some people
does.
literally
Like,
have it.
I've seen it that she freaking goes and
Chevelle,
like
I
flares
can't do
up.
crabs. I love crabs, but he has to peel it from me. I can't. I'm sorry.
Well, you admit to it, but
Yeah.
there's some people who like.
Oh no,
like,
that's,
I-
she does.
I
I've seen
think
it.
some people like say that they're allergic to it just so they don't have to get other people to do all the heavy lifting.
No, her she. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, no.
Okay.
I've
I mean,
seen it.
I'm not saying that she was like.
Yeah, but
but,
you
like,
know, people.
I know
You
people,
see,
yeah.
okay. No, she was like that. So weird that she's able to eat it, but she can't touch the.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah.
So did you finish my top 3 that I asked?
Oh yeah, no,
Oh.
sorry, we can.
Oh,
we
like
do a
You're
whole-
married. I got sidetracked on the age.
Oh,
no,
and the heart.
Oh, the heart.
Yeah,
Okay.
those are good.
Oh,
Those are the
very
good
nice.
things. Yeah.
So that.
Done. We're not gonna talk any more personal.
So see you guys.
No, I mean, I have another interesting story if you guys want to hear another like thing that you guys don't know about me.
No.
Very, like, I think this is very interesting. I think.
Let's see, do it.
Okay.
Are you a taxi driver?
Yeah, I work for HBO. I do the taxi driver.
I was just saying this. Like, what is it called? Sexy girls? Or what
Oh,
is
yeah,
it called?
Sexy-
Sex girls. Or
Oh, I don't know what that is. What are you watching?
Taxi cab or whatever.
Yeah,
I forgot.
yeah.
That one, yes, that's
Yeah.
what I meant.
No, so I won't just so I won't implicate any names, but
Oh.
so when I was
Hold on, let me get this closer to you.
so when I was 19, my group of friends we used to hang out together. And one of our friends, his family owned a little hotel off of Palm Canyon. We always knew he had money. Didn't know how, but he had money. They all drove pretty nice cars. But after high school, like during high school, they would like be very sort of. They were the normal kids. They'd always go out and do stuff, and then as soon as they graduated, both him, my friend, and his sister, as soon as they graduated high school, they stopped like hanging out, outside and doing stuff outside, and they'd like, hey, no, just come over to our house, or oh, hey, just come over to the hotel. We'll hang out. We'll play pool. We'll watch movies. We'll play music. We'll go swimming. Yeah, so everything was insulated in there. Like, well, okay, and it was cool.
So they stopped going out completely?
They stopped going out completely. They like the only time they'd ever really go out is to like go do the normal stuff, grocery shopping, everything.
To everything too.
So no, it's more interesting than that. So this one day, me and my friends, we were like, hey, let's go visit so and so. I won't say his name. Pull up to the hotel. All the cars are gone. Like, none of their cars were there. Like, it looks like nobody's even staying at that hotel. Except for, like, it was like one of those hotels, though, that they had, like, weekly stays. Mm-hmm. It's like one of those, like, back in the day, before Palm Springs was all, like, super gentrified and, like, new or, like, fancy boutique hotels. Mm-hmm. But, like, we pulled up, and one of the tenants was like, oh, they sold the place. I was like, yeah. I was like, what? So we tried getting in touch with them, calling them and everything. Like, what's going on? And like a week later, not even like less than a week later, we find out that they're on the run from the FBI for embezzlement, where their dad is. They're in like I kid you not. On the newspapers and everything like that. And
the name of the family is it?
Yeah, it was in there and everything. We're like, oh my gosh.
Now I have to like backtrack 19 years from your age.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna see Desert Sun. Is this Jesus?
No, you probably could. And so we find out about that, and then like out of the blue, one like maybe like a couple weeks later, my friend called me. I was like, I know you know who this is.
Oh,
Don't say my name, because they're probably listening in. And I realized they had my contact. Like it was like they one of the signs back in those days when it was landlines.
Oh,
you could kind of hear like it was like a click. There was like a click.
I see.
And I remember like weird ones like that. I used to be talking on the phone when I was a kid. And like, yeah, he's like, yeah, but I'm sorry. He like apologized. Like I wish we had time to be able to like let you know where we're at, because you guys were like really good friends. We got caught up in this because whatever. He was a like.
So who embezzled? The kids?
No, they're
the
dad.
parents.
Their dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. He used to work. He was a loan officer, and he like they were going for like before they moved to the desert. They were like going from city to city, and he was embezzling money. So we get jobs as loan officers.
That's awesome.
And embezzle money.
Did you ever heard from him again?
His sister actually moved back here. I don't know. I choose not to ask her about it.
Yeah.
But
Just to see where he's at. If he's okay.
I like to like keep that a mystery
Okay.
and think that he's okay.
Oh, that's
Like
good.
he's somewhere in like Costa Rica or Mexico,
Having the time of his life.
living out his days. You know, I mean, I guess when they went on the run, he was responsible for taking care of his grandma. So he had to take her. Which he was always a really great guy. And don't get me wrong, like people get caught up in these things, and I don't like try not to judge people. And I think we have things that happen, and you can look at things in a certain point of view, like, oh, that person was a bad person for doing those things, but
Well,
to
it
be
was
quite
not
honest,
his fault.
yeah. But he was definitely complicit by going along with the thing.
Well, it's his dad. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. You have your loyalty. So.
Yeah.
It's
So-
a family.
Yeah, but like one of the things that he's like, I wish we had left everything to you guys, because like the people that they left stuff to, like pawned it all off,
Oh my gosh.
like all of this stuff. And I was
Aw.
like, man. He's like, yeah, even their dog, they had to leave it with them, and they
Oh my god, dogs.
I was like, I would have taken the dog. I would have taken the dog.
So, okay, I'm gonna pull you away from there. This is about the con,
Okay.
Palm Springs
Okay.
Comic Con, and people do get confused. And I was gonna go on live today, and I'm like, I caught myself. Comic Con Palm Springs. I'm like, holy crap, Palm Springs Comic Con. And there's a big, huge confusion on that. And now that San Diego Comic
It's so confusing that when we did our first live, one of our guests
said
said,
Palm Springs Comic Con.
okay.
Yes.
But they were talking
And
about
Chris Spellman was just sitting right here, and then Joe was like, you guys heard correctly. And we didn't know that Anna, lovely Anna, can edit and stuff. They could have like just had like something on the bottom of the
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah.
But anyway, so a lot of confusion, and now SDCC has finally won that legal battle with
Yeah.
Utah, and we can no longer use con at all. But you guys can.
Mhm.
And how did you guys acquire that?
Well, okay, so it was, I want to say, like, after our first year, I had received a subpoena to appear in a deposition for that case.
So this one's been ongoing.
Oh yeah, this has been going for, I want to say at least 3 years.
Okay.
Actually, no. 2014 is when we established our initiative to launch Palm Springs Comic Con. My friend Ron Cameron, who is a skateboard artist, and he's friends with a chief strategist at San Diego Comic Con. He had actually had a conversation because he was like, "Oh yeah, my friend," he was telling our friend David. My friend Alex is going to be starting his Comic Con. He's like, so David, before him and I met, he's like, well, you might want to suggest to him to possibly change their name because of what happened with Salt Lake City. At the time, they didn't know what they were going to do with people who were currently using their name and everything. So he was like, you should maybe ask him if you want to do Comic Fest or something like that. Or, and we're like, we didn't know, like, when you start doing businesses and everything, and you're not familiar with trademark law, you're like, oh, we'll be fine with if we call ourselves our legal business name as Palm Springs Comic Conference, because that's the full name.
Yes.
But we were also abbreviating it to Comic Con, just so recognizability, instant sort of thing. But back to the deposition, I get pulled into the lawyers for Salt Lake City and one of the lawyers for San Diego, and then David. My friend David was there, but at the time I didn't know him. But I recognized his name because there's this podcast called the San Diego Comic Con Unofficial Blog, and they interviewed David, and I recognized his voice, and I remember the name, and I put two and two together. Oh, that's And so they were questioning me and everything, both sides, and then I went up to David after the deposition. I said, "Hey, David, I really I heard that interview with you on the San Diego Comic Con Unofficial Blog, and I really like what you guys do, San Diego Comic Con and everything." And so he's like, he's like, "Thank you." So we started talking and everything after that deposition, and he was like, "Well, we are trying to look for conventions who meet our standard of what.
What are their standards?
Well, basically follow the same mission as what they do, as what they believe in. They they are a nonprofit, so when it's funny because people like comment all the time that oh they make tons of money. They don't. They don't. My friend David can barely afford to buy a house in San Diego.
Well, because in fairness, though, San Diego prices for the houses is really ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
So so he's not rich enough to be able to buy
Right,
that house.
but when it comes to like cons, and I get it because we went to San Diego Comic Con the second year, and we're like, oh my god, the city is just banking, and it's probably not coming. They're not profiting it, but the city is.
Oh yeah, totally.
And
but they're totally fine with it.
Right. It's New York Con this whole weekend, right? And are they affiliated with New York Con?
Okay, so what happened was once they started initiating that thing, they were signing a lot of other conventions. They didn't really disclose who, but I would assume that people who are currently using it signed that agreement. So one of the names that they own a trademark for, specific trademark for, is LA Comic. They own the rights to. They showed me the paperwork. They're all, what is this? That was one of the questions. So what does this look like? Oh, it looks like a trademark license for LA Comic Con. This one's like Anaheim Comic Con. This one's San Diego Comic Con. And then they all trademark specifically for Comic Con. And and one for Comic Con. And so anybody who's currently using it, this is like my like detective sense right now. That's like like
Your Batman Sans?
Yeah.
What?
Exactly.
Your Batman Sans kicked in.
Yeah, exactly. Like anybody who's currently using right now, post the hearing, the trial, and until its results has probably signed on. I know Long Beach has a signed the agreement. I would assume New York Comic Con is, especially since it's happening right now, and they're probably using it.
So you guys are not going to have any problem at all for the next year, where you guys don't have to do licensing.
No, they basically. Here's the thing. They basically own our name, so we can't if we could change our name if we wanted to, but in order for us to continue using that name, we have to be part. We have to follow along those guidelines. They're guidelines that they set forth, so it's kind of like certain. I don't want to get too much into the details, but we have to follow it.
Well, good for you guys for having it.
Are you guys having a con?
So okay, there's quite a few cons here in the desert.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
I'm not, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there isn't.
At all.
But let me tell you, in my perspective as a store owner, one of the store owner in the desert, because there's only 3 of us, and majority of that. Okay, you guys are locals. You guys know our economy here, right? Our demographic. And I've emphasized since I've talked to Orlando about this. You gotta do your research. You can't just you feel the need to do a con. I will do a con. You gotta understand, people that lives here, this is a resort area, it's a part-time jobs. It's not like a 9-to-5 jobs. No, it's not like that. So the people that lives here and our demographic that follows this, our fans, are not doctors. They're not. I mean, I have a nurse. Every once in a while, I have a doctor, but the majority of them are working part-time.
They're very working class.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, they're going to pick and choose wherever they want to go. And for it to have 4 cons in the small valley of the desert, it's not fair because you guys, and I'm gonna tell everyone this too, not just you. I get the first impact, the confusion and
Oh,
the
yeah,
anger.
totally.
I'm like, what the heck? I don't work
know.
for that. I would love to work for and get pay me for that. But you know what? It's I get mad because for me to sustain my business, my livelihood, I have to work around them. Okay, I have layaway program here that is supposed to last for 3 months, but it doesn't. I have to work with them. You know, I have one layaway right now. It's going for 1 year. It's hurting us, but I have to work with them. You know, I understand. You know, in summer, guess what? What's your priority? Food, gas, roof over your head.
Yeah.
Okay. If you have kids, your kids comes first before comic books, and you guys gotta do your research. You can't just decide to open and start a con. You guys gotta do a demographic research. You can't do that. And what gets me mad? I'm sorry. I'm all doing on this because
It's okay.
we get it first. Sid gets it first. Interstellar gets it first. Adrian and myself and Lucy, my husband, we get it. And mainly, I guess it's like the whole thing. Like, where do we go? Is this and this and that? And
Yeah, so we're like, we didn't know.
Yeah.
I mean, we know a lot of the times we know the same as everybody else. You know, we don't know like what's going on. We're like, I don't know. So it's like we said our last episode, whatever.
Yeah.
Last Friday.
You know, it's like I feel like it's for everybody. Like there's 3 stores,
Yeah.
and there's a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of
And-
but then when it's I feel like it's good, and if it's separate like that, it's good. You know,
Yes.
because it gives us something to do.
And you know what? It's
But-
funny because, and I told this to Adrian, and we were cracking up because I have really honestly good relationship with 2 other comic books, and I don't go there because he's my nemesis.
Yeah,
No, we don't do that. It's a small valley. We
It's for everybody.
help each other. I call Sid. I'm like, hey, do you have such and such? I'm sending somebody over, and I was gonna put like all our logos. It's like we're unified, you know.
Cool.
And it's like, and then I was gonna say a little meme like, all this cons. I'm like, all the cons. What you guys got? You know, like we work together
Right.
as a team. And
Well, you guys talk. I hear like nothing but good things like coming out of each other's mouths whenever I visit. I was just at not Interstellar, Desert Oasis, talking to Sid, and I was like, oh, I was like, what are you doing on this side of town? Because I'm rarely on this side of town. You guys, I get it both from you guys and from Sid. Like, what are you doing on this side of town? You're in Palm Desert. You should be in Palm Springs. Like, sorry, I guess I won't visit you guys.
He has like a gate or like it's like he can't go across that big. You know?
But it's always like like when I come here, come to Palm Desert. I try to come and visit both of you guys. It's just because like I like hanging out with both of you guys.
We talk like we're so far from Palm Springs.
You guys are definitely, but at the same time, it's like
Yeah,
it's like
I
when,
get
when,
it.
you know what I mean? It's like
I
the
know, I get it,
convenience.
because I live in
you know?
Studio City, so it's like for me, I'm like, go all the way out there, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes me like 20
Well,
minutes.
but you're still kind of in the middle.
Yeah, you're still more, you're like,
So what did he say? I love Sid.
Oh no, he like Sid. He just like nothing. So what he said was like, "Hello, what are you doing this far down?" I was like, "Oh, I'm here. I'm just kind of visiting everybody because I'm in this part of town. I'm gonna go to Comic Asylum because they're gonna do an interview with me." And he's, "Oh, that's awesome." Like nothing.
We should invite him.
I know,
I still haven't met him. I still have not
You
been
should.
to that store.
You should.
You know what? I have nothing to the store for the same reason, because the only reason I come to Palm Desert is to come here. So I'm like,
I will tell you, he's a really great storyteller and like a great interview. Another thing that you guys probably didn't know about me. I used to do a comedy podcast called.
I just found out.
Yeah, I was talking to Kevin Pillow about it.
Yes.
He was one of our guests. We used to do a comedy podcast called the Poor Decisions Podcast, and like it was like the weekly podcast about us like telling
Poor
like,
decisions.
talking about poor decisions that we made. But Sid was one of our guests.
Oh,
It was like the most like respectful episode we ever did. We were like so like we didn't want to cuss because it was the first time we first met him And it was like right around the time that he first started opening up the store. We recorded in his store,
Uh-huh.
and we didn't know who he was, and he was an older gentleman, and we're like, we don't want to cuss around him.
You're so disrespectful.
Yeah, if you were a listener of our podcast back then, we were pretty like bad.
So okay, so then back to the con. Sorry. So then then about this year.
So this year, okay. So another thing about it is like we're kind of like letting the dust settle.
Okay.
Like there's so many cons happening, and then also like the Hard Rock is no longer the Hard Rock. I'm not gonna get that into that.
That's Hotel So back.
Yeah,
Oh, what?
Yes,
I did not know that.
And it's just like it's
not the Hard Rock.
And then there's also they're building a new hotel where the parking was.
So we're gonna have a different venue then.
Different venue, different time of year. We're just like, but we're also within the confines of like our agreement and what we can do. San Diego Comic-Con International has given us enough freedom to be able to do our vision of what our convention is. So we're actually taking a lot of time to focus on who we are. Like we don't want to like it's going to be our third year, and we wanted to give you guys a good convention. We don't want to just do it out of like because we feel the need we have to. We want to give you guys a good product.
Right.
And we want to give you guys something that is worth your time to come to.
And it's because you guys are all comic book, and you
Yeah.
guys are. I mean, like you said, you're not doing it right now, but you have always been a collector or a comic book reader.
Okay, so I do collect.
Yeah.
So I still collect toys. I'm a avid, I'm a Funko Pop collector, but I also collect action figures. I do Marvel Legends, Masters of the Universe, some Star Wars Black Series,
And some SDCC exclusives.
Oh,
Especially
huh?
that. I've seen those bags. I've seen those toys.
Oh, you've seen like
I've seen you guys' collection.
Yeah.
But so then you guys are
We're taking our time.
not fans. How do you say it? Like you guys
We're
know.
life. I'm out there. Check my stripes. I was out there this morning at like Target, 6 in the morning,
Waiting for Lucy.
I got that online last night, but I'm that dedicated. I got the Dino Ultrazord.
Oh Jesus Christ!
And the Venomized Loki. I'm out there. I'm with
You
people.
know, one of our friends owns your collectibles up in the mall.
Oh yeah.
You go there.
Yeah.
See, okay, and I don't know. It's one of our friends too. So I mean, we have good relationships. So I try to make friends with pretty much everyone here.
Oh,
It's
that's
okay.
sweet. Too. He's here. Come on. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. No,
like lulled into a false sense of security. Now you're gonna kill me at the end.
but no, I mean, I don't know how to put it. Like how.
Which one?
You're a fan of like San Diego. You've been going to San Diego
Oh,
Comic
yeah,
Con for so long, for
since
years,
99.
and
He's
you know like what you
devoted.
want. Yeah, and you know like what kind of con you want. You know the
But I also want it to speak
you know what the people
me,
like.
be me.
Mhm.
Like more than anything, it's an extension of who I am.
Yeah.
Like the things I love. If you follow me on like any sort of social media, you could get an insight into who I am and like the stuff that I love.
Yeah.
You know? So it's kind of those like that our convention is kind of an extension of
So who you guys
who I am. Of who I
And
am.
if the Comic Con San Diego, they're gonna help you guys out, and
Yeah.
they just
No,
letting
so-
you guys do just with the name, do
We
whatever.
are just a straight up trademark affiliate.
Okay.
So you basically do the walking, searching for talents and all that on your own.
Yeah, we do that all on our own. Yeah.
That's
They don't fund any of us, anything we do. They'll like give us like shout outs and like reposts like stuff that we do, but
that's,
they don't give us any money. We did, but to like be open, we never paid for the trademark. a lot of people, like I've seen the comments that people like say, "Oh, anybody could just buy the trademark." No, they're not in it for the money.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, and I don't think they can because
I
they're
think
not
actually it's a good thing because now it's going to separate like all this confusion and whatnot. Cons are going to be there. People is a Fantasia Con, Comic Con Palm Springs, but it will separate you guys as what you guys are catering for.
You know what I noticed too, because of this, a lot of conventions are becoming very, very creative for 30 minutes. There's a convention that happened in San Diego recently called Fangia.
Oh.
Like, you know, Pangea, but Fangia. I thought that was really a really cool name.
We still need a name for our podcast, so
You should do a contest.
We got asked. Well, we should ask whoever comes with the best name. We're gonna.
That's always a good way.
Something.
That's always a good way to do some promotion.
They're gonna get a hug from us. That's what they're gonna win. A hug. Just kidding. No. So then you guys are planning what? Somebody asked the guests what guests will you guys have?
Wait. Did you read?
I read it. Yeah, she raised it, but I read it. Somebody asked like you guys planning what?
Okay, so that's kind of further into planning. We have people on the list and that we've spoke to that are interested. That's just it.
Okay.
I can't really talk about it. I can't really get into it.
But you guys are kind of like working.
Oh yeah. We're still working on it. The main thing is like working on the venue, getting a good venue.
Yeah.
That's to us what's more important.
Yeah. And so you say you're changing the time, like I guess it's just change like around this, like the fall also, or you guys are.
I don't know. It really kind of like depends.
I like that it's around this time, you know, because it's not so hot and it's better.
Oh yeah.
For the cosplayers, for everything.
Yeah.
So, and it's the busy time of the year. Like Chick said, it's better when people are working.
You know, it's one of those things that, like, and I'll speak to all the conventions that are out there.
Yeah.
Maybe they're probably watching. Like, find your voice.
Yeah.
And then you'll find your audience.
Yeah.
That's what happens with anything. And don't worry about the size of your audience. Who cares about being the biggest or the best? Just do what's good for you. Like, take your guys' stores, like your Comic Asylum, Interstellar, Desert Oasis. You guys all have your separate audiences. You have like unique, like you go to Adrian's store and he's got this sort of like, I'm not saying it as a bad word, but hipster vibe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like to me, it's not. I'm a hipster. I don't care.
Have you seen him? He's such a hipster.
Yeah.
I love Adrian.
He collects vinyl.
So
That's like a very hipster thing to do. But that's not a bad. Like vinyl is like okay. Hipster is like not a bad word. Stop using it as a bad word.
You know what's so scary? Because he knows my phone number and he answers it. Hey chicks, what's up? What do you need?
Oh yeah.
Oh hi, Adrian. How are you?
He does that to me too. He's like, hey Alex, what's going on? I'm like, wow.
Okay.
Well, I'm like when the guy, I was like, what's up, chick? That's like, you do that to me too. I was like, what, Lucy?
Because I know you, but like with Adrian, I'm like, okay, Adrian, we're homies. Yes, we've crossed that.
I
The
know.
bridge.
Like
We're
that's
we're
another
following
thing.
each other now. You know?
He talks such good things about you. Like whenever he's
I
like,
try
oh
to
yeah,
make sure I feed him.
oh yeah,
It's a Filipino
he
thing.
said you're very mother-like to him.
Thank you.
Well, you know that's why we name like all the stuff that people have given to her is Chicksness.
Yeah.
She's like, you know, the mama chicks.
Yeah.
And, you know, like I'm like
Yeah.
the mama comic, the mama chicks. You know, we're moms working here.
Yeah.
You know, so but yeah, like, and I always tell people
And
like,
respect to you guys for being working moms.
And you know what? And I want you guys to do good.
Oh, I
Yeah.
appreciate
I
it.
wanted to do Comic Con Palm Springs, which is Comic Con.
Invitation.
Con.
That's
Okay.
about it.
Sorry.
Just
But
kidding.
I know Alex, you're gonna kill me, and he's giving me that side eye.
No.
But-
Like, I think that's
Alex-
hilarious. Like,
Alex,
I know
you
I know
guys-
this inside story.
Orlando is a writer.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah.
comic book writer. We respect that. Got it. You know what's up.
Collector.
You were the first one that you were talking about this.
That we
From the
heard
get-go.
of. Yeah.
Okay. Chris, he's trying. Okay, he's picking my brains here and there, and everybody's picking. Orlando picks my brain. I'm here for you guys to pick my brain, whatever's left.
Did they leave anything for you?
I'm fortunate that I'm able to, like, when I'm out there, I represent us.
Yeah.
I'm just like not
No,
like,
and that's what I appreciate about you.
because you know what? Because I look at people, the artists, okay, especially people that's in the East Coast. They're like, where's that at? Palm Springs. Where's that? What's there? What's there to do? I'm like, oh my god. Well, so when I go to cons, I bring everybody. Like, I'm talking about every single one of us, because it seems like, yes, we live under the rock. There's people in the sand and the cactuses. Beyond that, there's people there.
Yeah.
You know, behind those windmills, there's
Yeah.
people there.
Yeah, but here's one of the things that I will say about the community, which is I think amazing. We're a rough and rugged kind of like Sparta community. Like we are very like, if you're not one of us, get out. That type of community.
I don't know if that's good or bad, because
it can be tough, but at the same time, it's like what we want to know is if you care about our community.
Yes.
If you're not part of the community, if you don't care about it, you don't want to see it grow, then get out.
Yeah.
I don't want you
Get
here.
to know the people that live here. You're hosting an event here. Get
Yeah.
to know the people. Get to know the comic book store.
Yeah.
Be here for like a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Meet me.
Yes.
You know, on a level that you know
Yes.
we're
Yeah.
like.
Almost all our customers know who you are.
Oh my god.
I don't know if
That's so weird.
That's a good
That's so
thing.
weird. I don't know if it's a
and
good
then he
thing.
messaged me, and he's like, "It's gonna be a short show." I'm like,
No,
okay.
it's like already.
No,
already-
because like nobody left any questions. It's like I guess it's gonna be a short show.
No. And I think it's just because like a lot of people they know you already. Like in.
I just feel weird
No,
that people know me.
Well, it's a good thing because you're very friendly with everybody, and they know that you're like
You
one
care
of
about
them,
it.
You
You care about what you guys are for.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I like that, and I respect that.
I
in
appreciate that like people recognize that.
Yeah.
I mean, growing up, it was always weird trying to take a compliment
people. I think it's
because
a Filipino thing. I can't
Yeah.
take compliments either.
it's like just do what I do.
I like
Just-
compliments. I can take them.
No, I think it's just the way we are. Like,
I
we
know,
have to
I
be
know,
always
I know.
modest. Like, my husband, he's Filipino, although he can like talk about himself and all that. There's this-
Joking.
Yeah.
That's
But
how I am.
we're opposite. I'm like, I'd rather have somebody find out what we're for, what I'm here for, what I do, rather than me talking about it. I'm more like the action, not the verbal.
exactly. I don't like being that
I'm
type of
both.
person.
I'm both.
You're very extroverted though. That's like what I noticed about you. Like I very love that about you. Like Sam's very introverted, so it's like balance.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened, me and Java?
No, you guys are the same. Like,
Yeah,
you're very
We're both-
balanced.
Yeah.
You're balanced. Like I think
I think we're both like,
when people get older, they like people who are mostly introverted. They start to hopefully take on more traits of
I
extroversion
think it's
to help
that's
balance
what's
their
happening now.
Well, like I am, but then once it depends on the situation, Sometimes I'm when we started, like when being this, like I get so. I was so nervous. I was just like stuffing my face at first, just eating and eating. I was so nervous, like I was shaky, and But then once, I get comfortable with the people, like I was telling you, I don't really look at it that way because I feel like it's more like conversation. We're having a conversation.
Yeah.
I look
For
at
everybody
myself-
else to hear it, But when I meet new people, and then I always tell Sam, like, when I meet new people, it depends on the person that I'm around. Like, when I talk, like, I speak too fast. I'm, like, talking really fast. And
Are you excited when you meet new people?
Yes. I get excited. Really? Yes. I do. I like making friends, you know.
Yeah, I
And
noticed
then
that.
and I get so excited and I talk
I
so
think when I
fast.
first,
and sometimes
first
I don't
met
make
you,
sense.
Lucy, and I told this to Javel. I think when we first hang out, I don't know where the heck we were, but
I'm
I
trying to remember.
think I told Javel, I'm like, I think I met you guys when we had that saguaro.
No, it was that
Is it before
before that.
Or
I don't
we went to
remember.
Pappy's and.
No, we weren't in each other.
It's all a blur.
No, it's all like I don't know,
I
but
think we went to A's or I think it was A's.
I'm
one of
not
those-
sure. But anyway,
one of those
I told my
Latinas.
husband, like, I don't really have female friends. Not many, not a haul.
Well, plus you're not from here. You're not from the desert, so it's like you don't know a lot of the people
No, it's
from
okay.
around
I
here.
don't have that many.
It's
Yeah.
I feel like
I'm okay with
yeah.
it.
No, yeah, I'm okay. Like I can count on one hand
Like your
the
real friends.
Yeah, my friends.
But
My real friends.
in me, I count everybody as my friends.
I
I have
know.
too
No.
many best friends.
Like, don't get me
No.
wrong. I have a lot like people that I'm friends with, and like but the people that I actually spend a lot of time with.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah,
are the ones
those
I,
are, and you know, those are the ones that I count my best friends.
Yeah. exactly. And
So,
that's
so anyway,
okay.
back to you. So I told
Yeah.
you about, I'm like, babe, I like her. I can click with her and all that. And it's like, oh, that's good. That's good. Because he knows me that I don't really click with anybody. I'm not really that. When it comes to like that,
I could tell
No.
you what to do.
oh my God.
No.
I'm more introverted.
Yeah.
But when, I mean, it's funny when you're saying that, like, as we age, you know, I'm like, so I'm finding new things that I could do now because
You
now
feel more
that,
comfortable.
yes, I've always worked with
Right.
people, and so I'm always like just boxed up. What you can do, you cannot do, and all that. But now it's like I have free will. I can ban anybody I want.
And here's the thing, like I was the same way when I first started booking punk shows, like back in 2000, whatever.
When you were
I-
8 years old.
Yeah, exactly. When I had to force myself to go and talk to bands, and like I was so frightened to just go up to these people that I didn't even know, and ask, hey, I really like your band. I'd love to have you play in our town. And like I remember, there's this band a long time ago called the Halloween Swim Team. I'm still friends with it.
That's a cool name.
It's like one of my favorite names. That was like one of the first bands I like cold approached to come play a show out here, and I could tell like the look on my friend Dustin's face years ago when I first met him. He had this like kind of skeptical look. He was like, he wants to come to Palm Springs. I don't know. And, like, we'll do it.
Look.
Yeah, he was like, what's there? And
Like
I,
everybody else said.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like so but you know, here's one of the things too. Like one of you don't need to buy anything, just be charming. And that's like a thing that like whenever you meet people, just be charming. Just be nice, be charming. Don't like be approachable, and then you'll see your network grow as friends and like people that you can collaborate with.
I mean, once you get to know me, you talk shit to them.
Right.
Well, that's me.
And I'm like, what do you mean no? What?
Yeah.
It's like just totally talk crap about them on the bed. That's all.
I'm like, I'm gonna Yelp review you.
I'm gonna Yelp review your band. Like,
I'm
Halloween
a Yelper,
Swim Team?
okay?
Oh gosh, we get the worst service ever.
Go look, yell at Chick's name. Where's the business or something? It's just Chick's face like this, and then it's all my comments in there. Just kidding.
2 stars.
I would put 0 stars if I could. I just
Is there a bike rack? No. Like, questions.
Is it pet friendly? No. Do they-
Yeah.
Any cash, debit, or Visa?
No.
Whatever?
Delivery service? No. Well, what good is she?
Yeah, that's me. I yelp all my friends. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
So don't look up your name, Alex.
Sick.
Created a restaurant for you and all just to leave negative
Oh,
feedback.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alex's restaurant sucks.
Yeah.
I don't even know what he serves.
He
I
serves
had
trash.
dinner at Thanksgiving at his house.
He's like, he serves trash. That's what he serves.
Yeah, so that's me.
Yeah.
Well,
friends.
Honestly, I respect all three of you guys. I can't emphasize that. That's why I invited you guys, and thank you so much.
She likes 3 only.
Just 3. Don't go over.
Number 3 again. What's the best by 4? She can.
I'm rooting for you guys to survive, because that means if you guys survive, then that means I'm surviving.
Yeah.
In the desert, and it's the bad thing is there's 3 things that's bad right now. We're in the desert. We're about 20 years behind civilization. We're a comic book. It's a hobby store. Okay, the chances or percentage of hobby store to ever survive the next 5 to 10 years is very less. Okay. Third, I'm running it. Mainly women are running it. My girls are running it, and I'm not into like, oh, women power. No, heck no, because I still want to give credit to all of the men. Because my husband.
They have to put up with us.
The reason why I have the store, and he got me into this, and I'm finding little things that I can do, and I think your honey don't. I don't normally give him credit for this. No, but
it's all
give
you.
credit.
No, it's
for
all
right?
chicks.
All the men, because without men, it won't be us. This won't be here.
Oh, wait.
No, hold on.
Ah.
Let me say this. If
The
it
beginning
wasn't
part,
if it
okay.
wasn't for this team effort,
Yeah.
that's what's supposed to be.
Yeah.
This team effort.
Yeah.
Which one?
Team, like man and woman. It's a team.
It's all a team.
Yeah,
effort.
it's equal.
Go team. That's my thing.
You mean the husband?
Yeah.
Sometimes I go one up more.
But sometimes Michael Jordan passed it to Scottie Pippen, so that's why.
True. But then I'm like,
But I'm still Michael Jordan though. Just kidding.
Exactly. No, that's what I'm saying though. Like
No, it's
but they were a team, right?
Yes.
So that's,
and
there you go.
that's now like it's like, I mean, girls. We want more girls to get into the comics and more.
I think yeah, it's all about like
So
really
all ages though, not just
Everyone.
like
it's for everyone.
yeah.
You see, you gotta watch like our video. We had a good 3rd grade teacher. She's amazing. You have to meet her. We have a nurse, Candace, is a collector, which she met. But there's different people that come into my store, which is amazing, and I'm really and good people. I've been to other comic book stores. I'm like, what the heck, But here in the valley, people are so courteous. Say please and thank you. Hello, how are you doing?
You know what? At the Comic Con, I forgot.
Spit it out.
Palm Springs. The artists, everybody, the vendors that were saying like how everybody here in the desert were so nice.
Yeah.
That almost every customer that they were selling, they were like, oh, thank you so much, or they were talking and they were like, oh, you should go here, you should go there. Like that, everywhere that Amanda, Connor, and Jamie, they were saying that everybody was really nice.
Well, I feel like when something is not as available as it is in like say a larger city, you're hopefully
more
appreciative of what you get.
Yes.
I like to optimistically think that we do that. I know in reality it could be like both ways.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I like to think that it's like everybody here appreciates it because there's not the variety or the ease of access to it. So.
I can't go customers.
Just kidding.
Hey, don't worry. There's going to be the germs.
I'm just kidding. It's because I was this. He was
So pet peeves. Let's talk about tips for a little bit, because I know we went over, because you said we're only 30 minutes.
Huh?
You said, it's going to be a short.
We're going to be 30 minutes because I have no questions.
It's an hour show, but we went over, Alex.
Oh, man, sorry.
So, what makes Miss Lucy tick? 3 things.
Oh my God, me?
Gotta go 3.
Jesus Christ. Go first. I don't know. I can't think right now.
I can go first.
You mean like pet peeves?
Yeah,
Like,
let's go.
okay.
I have a lot.
Okay.
Dirty dishes in the sink.
Oh, yes, I agree.
Like I can put up with it for only so long,
Mhm.
and I just get like, gotta do them. You know, like I try to like. I'm the type that tries to clean while I cook.
Yes.
You know.
Oh my God, you
But, like,
are related to Sam.
I think it's a Filipino thing. You have to
Yeah.
clean up after yourself
Yeah.
right after. I do that too.
Another pet peeve: toilet paper that is under, not over. I am not like, oh gosh,
Do not go to the. Oh, actually, we don't have a toilet roll.
So we're
then,
good.
So it's good.
I'm very much about the over. Have a toilet paper go over the top.
So it's easier, right,
Yes.
to pull it.
Yes.
God, I hate that. Yes.
Yeah, but if you're pulling from the other bottom, it's like,
It's
it
irreversible.
oh my gosh. That's like, okay. And then third pet peeve. Dang, snapping now.
Oh,
That's like,
share with your mouth.
it's
They don't.
no, like when they're like
Oh, the
when they do that snapping noise
Yeah.
with their
Oh.
gum.
yes, yes,
Like,
yes.
it's like, what are you doing? Popping bubble wrap?
Oh my God, here's some mints.
Yeah.
The salt. Salts in
Yeah,
there.
exactly. If you're that bored, then I don't know.
Just get up and do something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so Lucy, what's up?
No, you three.
No, you gotta.
Okay, well, I can't think of anything because it's when it's happening. Like depends on my mood and depends
Okay.
on my, if you
Does it bother you when people actually open a comic book?
here,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, so that's your pet peeve.
But see, like, I mean, if they ask, then it's okay.
Yes,
you
but
know?
if it's like just to instantly just
Yeah.
open it.
Oh yeah, in the store, yeah. When they like not and here in the store, when they bothers me.
How
When
about
they're looking through the comics and they're bending them, but it's like they don't know. So, I mean,
burping without saying excuse me?
no,
Really
no,
bother.
that doesn't because
Toilet seat.
That's one. Yes,
Okay,
that's
got
it does.
one.
That's that. I was gonna say that. I think that's my only one. And when they chew with their mouth open, okay, that's two. Like when they're and you know what?
Or like
That's
when they
something that
play-
my mom. When it's the
There's
no,
nothing
no, no.
there.
Okay, then I just thought about it. When they walk and they drag their feet, and you know the ones that I'm telling you, it's something that I used to bother my mom all the time,
You
and
have
she would
become
tell
your
me,
mom.
"Yes, I have." Like she would tell us, like, "Chew with your mouth closed. Are you a cow?" That was one. Or like the toilet, like, well, because it was me and my little brother, so you know when he would leave the seat open, which was like not really because we were women, and my mom would tell him, "You need to put the thing down." Or the dragging their feet. We will do that. My mom like, "Why are you so heavy that you can't lift up your legs?"
Oh God.
So it's I have become my mother. Yes.
Aw, see,
It's all
pet
those
peeves.
little things that I used to bother her. Now it bothers me. And it's mostly like, I mean, I can't think when it's happening, then it's like, you know, like, I mean, when I complain about things, you know, to you, I'm like, oh my God,
You know what that
that's
reminds
my
me?
mood.
That reminds me of. There's this YouTube channel by this guy named Gus Johnson. It's a comedy YouTube channel, and he did this like thing, like recipes for that he learned from his roommates, and it's just like really like pet peeve-ish type stuff, and he was like, well, here's a recipe, like it's called water milk, and so like he's like, what you have to do is you take out half gallon of milk, dump it into the sink, and then you leave maybe just a little tiny bit of milk, and you put it back in the fridge.
God.
And he's like, that's a perfect recipe. It's so delicious. It goes with your cereal. Wait, like,
Oh my God.
and it's like he's all another recipe on there was a cereal crumbs. He's like,
Oh
so
my
you
God.
empty out almost all the cereal, and then you leave a little bit, and you crush it. And you put it back in the cupboard, and they're gonna have the loveliest breakfast.
Oh, God.
it was like
my
just a
God,
bunch
it's
of
so
pet
funny.
peeves. It's like you
Yeah.
should check out that. Like
That's
it's
funny.
really
yeah.
funny.
It's like I think more like is it depends on my mood. Like if it bothers me, I'll be like whatever, you know.
But you're so easygoing It seems like you like things just roll off your shoulders.
It doesn't
Kinda,
tick her off.
Yeah.
Unless if I'm in a bad mood, then
I've never seen you
Mother
like
trucker!
that though. I've never seen you like that.
That
ever.
hard. I don't get really like
Like even
that.
when Romy's like acting up. Like I've never seen you.
Oh my
Like,
god! I had to call her too. I called her. I was like, oh my god! I had to walk at a freaking Target because Romy. I'm using Romy. When he was throwing the biggest fit in the world. Like it was crying like there was no tomorrow. He was crying like crazy. People were like looking at me like oh poor baby. Like oh come on mom.
Such
Like
a
something.
bad
I'm
mom.
like. I was like, oh my god, I'm like, stop it! Like, I was here in Palm Desert, all the way to Cathedral City. He cried all the way home, so got inside the house, and then he calmed down, and he was mad because I seriously thought there was something wrong with him. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna freaking take him to the urgent care or something. What's wrong with him? Because I thought he was crying. I don't know.
What
Because I
was
thought he was mad because I didn't want to open a bunch of different things for him to eat at the same time. Those little push things to eat, like yogurt thingies. He wanted me to open a different one, and I said no. And he started crying like crazy.
he
But
didn't
I
want
feel
the one
like
that he didn't want the one that was open. He wanted another one to
Yeah.
open.
yes, but I mean, I feel like he was
Oh.
tired. But I mean, he had just woken up too. You know, when I came here, he was asleep. So but I was like, oh my god! I was like, he's driving me crazy. But not really. I mean, if I get mad, then I get over it easily. Be fine.
See, I knew a little bit about you now, Alex, more so than ever. And then we see you like once in a full moon
Yeah.
ish.
Yeah.
I think
Whenever.
it's more of like a monsoon, right? It's like
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's
hey,
like-
Alex.
I get washed up into the shores of Palm Desert.
Oh,
Like, oh,
Alex,
hey.
what's up?
Hi, right? Look, Alex is here.
Oh yeah, like we come up wearing a life jacket.
And
oh,
you
it's
know
good.
what? And honestly, I wanted to thank you because you were when I had the biggest freaking moment of my entire life. Not entire life. It's from my husband. That we had that moment, you and me, and he was so forgiving. He was more calm, and he was like, I was like yelling at him. I'm being like, just like I'm just being a woman, you know. And I am strong enough to say that I am very emotional. You know, I am because I'm dealing
No,
with.
you're not emotional. You take a lot of things to heart. You
And-
take everything very
yes.
like
But you
know,
know what?
personal.
I cannot change that anymore. I've seen a lot of therapists, and they say I cannot change. You know, just gotta be like,
And that's
hey,
just your personality.
yes.
But I think what it is I think also people need to be more empathetic.
me, I'm
Wait.
pathetic or I'm
No,
not.
every like I think we all should.
I
I think we all should. But like in that moment, empathy helped because I was able to see where you're coming from, and we had a disagreement or whatever that was. I can't even remember what it was.
don't.
It's like,
But you know
But,
what?
like, it
And
was-
we were both like, you actually was calm and you let me just have the moment, and we talked. I mean, I just have to have that moment, and I will go down. And again, I felt really bad because we were just talking about it. I will ban people here. I'll be like, oh my god, I treated you wrong, and we met and I went like all the way up, and then Alex was just like calm and his demeanor and all that, and
She's
I'm like
like,
yelling at
crazy.
him.
He's like, oh, this
And then
crazy
I
chick.
calmed down on the same level, and then when we have to fix that, and you know what came out of it?
yeah, I mean, it's a better relationship.
Yes.
I think at the end of the day, if you're able to like go through those sorts of things and like come out better
Yeah.
at the end, your relationship is better. You know, like it's kind of like with any like relationship, whether it be like a marriage or just like a brother sister type deal. If you go through these trials and you actually stick them out and you work your way through, you become better friends, better people for each other, but you also become a better person.
But I think that's when I got into. I'm all emotional because I pour my heart and soul.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like that. You know, I'm protecting us, like our. This is it.
Well, it's a very mom thing to do.
It's a mama bear thing, but
exactly.
yeah, and I thank you for that. And you know, I'm wishing
to
you
go
guys.
off on you. I don't know. One day, just because I'm not
Right? Wish you
Just kidding.
I can't take you serious when you say that. And,
Alex, I'm not mad at you, but let me go off on you. I'm just kidding.
I mean, like, it's okay. It's
I'm
okay.
just kidding.
But I'm wishing you guys, and I've told you guys this. You know, whatever you guys need, and you guys support. I will support you. Anything for the local. This is where we live, and I wanted us to survive and be in the map.
I think there's room for everybody.
Yes.
Like what it boils down to is like
Only
like
three.
again.
How can we talk
We're
about?
number 3.
I'm not. Hey. But you know what I mean? Like it goes again, like reiterating what I said before. Find your voice, follow that voice, and you'll find a unique audience that really believes in you.
Sorry, I just thought of something scary. Fuck that. I don't want to follow the voice. I'm scared.
You're scared of your
I
voice?
saw the ghost in there. I was like, yeah. There's a ghost right here.
Oh my God!
Got a ghost in the house.
It's a shirt. They're
It's like
freaking
saying
out
that
about.
there's like
The fan is over there. The
no,
AC
that
is
shirt.
there.
Look, it's not. Look, Alex, it's not moving. And then I mean, it's moving like just a little bit, like the air, and then out of nowhere, like it moves. And then if you watch our other episodes, like with Orlando, right? Was it?
Or every
Like, and then
one.
it moves like shoot, like that, and then
Just go like this,
Yeah,
like, and
yeah,
then feel the
no.
air.
Look, I mean, and then I know it's just like it moves, and then I mean, you can feel the little. It's not like that crazy.
Let me call some ghost hunters and go.
Ghostbusters. Oh, Bill Murray over here.
All right. Well, it was fun.
I had a great
hope
time.
you had- Really?
You've
You've been around the podcast, so I don't know.
This is completely insincere. I have a completely insincere conversation with you guys. I'll see you guys later.
No, but
I don't think I could ever have
no, and I'm very transparent. Like I know if I'm mad and I'm faking it, or
that. You wear your heart in your sleeve, so
yeah, that's me. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry because you know what? For the years, I'm always apologizing. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I feel this way. I'm so sorry. No, I have to stop it, and I'm learning that.
You know, here's what I learned. You have to see your emotions as a compass. It's guiding you through where you need to go. Feel those emotions, and then you being very like
No,
Oprah Winfrey right now.
You know what? I'm
But,
telling
like,
you.
Okay, Oprah.
There were
I'm listening.
right. There was a moment that my emotion. I thank God I listened to my emotion.
Yeah, totally. Follow those emotions, and then you
My
like,
antennas
it'll get
were
you.
like ding 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 ding.
It'll get you. It'll
I
like,
told
play
you.
it out. Let it go through, and hopefully that'll get you to the point where you get to the next emotion. That's why emotions aren't bad. We need to accept it, like what it is, because it helps you get to the next
But
point.
I gave a benefit of the doubt. See,
It's just stop it.
She-
But yeah,
he's all lost.
Like
No.
I don't know anymore.
yeah. Oprah.
Thanks.
So
Well,
Dr.
Thanks for joining us on the
Dr.
Oprah
Alex.
Winfrey Show.
Yeah, this was fun. Oh my God, mine was.
just calling the crunch.
I
The crunch is coming. I told you it goes.
But I hope you come back and see us.
Yeah,
Okay.
I will. I always.
You know, because
I'll
we're
always
taking
watch
this
them.
global. You know, we're gonna take this global. Like we'll be in
You're-
Tokyo.
You're gonna be like,
We'll be in.
I'll try to remember you when we're huge and you know you're a little person, right? It's like you're thinking
Yes,
that.
that's
That's
what
what
she's
you're
saying.
thinking.
That's
Yeah.
what she's saying.
Okay.
It's okay, we're cousins. I'll remember you.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I'll see you at Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Oh my God!
But Chicks is like, I don't know.
Oh stop!
Yes.
Stop!
But
No.
remember
Oh, you
Alex?
like-
Oh my God.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Remember we interviewed him? Oh,
You know the pet peeve was like the toilet go under, over. Yeah. Oh yeah, that guy. Yes.
That guy.
How is he?
that guy. Oh yeah. Anyways.
No, no. This is fun.
No, I have a good
We'll
time.
definitely gonna have to do it. I wish.
Yeah.
And I had a sip of my wine. See,
I
did. Because I have to drive, so I'm like, I only have like little.
You know, I meant to bring. I bought this little wine, and I was gonna bring it, and I forgot.
Hey, it's fine. Next time we'll do
You're
that.
getting roasted by two chicks.
No, next time just get totally trashed. And just
I was gonna say,
trash me.
our show will be two chicks in one show. Oh.
I'm scared.
Hey, it'll get like people. What is this? Click, click. Right.
Oh yes, that's
Yes.
clickbait.
Yes, it's
Total-
clickbait.
total
You get
clickbait.
them in, and then that's it.
You just gotta like
Lure
put
them
like
in.
Yes.
they use that as the title, and they'll be like, "What?
Yes.
This YouTube video? Okay." Like,
Talk
oh,
about comics. Any
they're-
sexier than anything that.
you know, like, oh, he's talking about emotions. Jeez.
Giving us
What is-
vibes.
This like loser like crying on camera.
That's so funny.
Well, this is fun, sir. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for being part of our video blog.
Dude, I thought we were gonna talk about Venom.
We did not even freaking. Oh
Well,
my
next
god, you
time
got
you
me
gotta
started. You guys better watch it, okay? Because none of you guys watched it, right? Okay, okay. So every single person, it's another freaking 3 minutes. This has got me going again.
Sorry.
Anna, cut
Sorry.
it, Anna.
No.
Tell her.
You guys got to give it a try. It's not all this comic book movies that's coming out. It's making us have, it's a losing art.
Super critical.
Yeah, and it's they're not trying to win Oscars, people. Okay, and the people,
Yes,
the
they are.
right, and it's critics
Special
that
effects Oscars.
Right. They don't know comic books. They don't know anything about the characters, so they don't know what to expect it. So for the fan base of Venom, you guys need to watch it because Venom himself and Tom Hardy was amazing. Anybody beyond that and around that, I mean, it was a D-listers, but it was
slice, not a
What?
D-lister.
Okay, so
B.
movies like that. I'll make this really quick. It's there to help grow the fan base.
Yes, thank you. That's what I meant. Yes, and it keeps us. And PG-13, everybody's complaining about. No, it's opening it for younger generations, so we can have this fan base.
Yeah.
So don't be getting mad because
That's
they
what the
cut
new
off all
Star
that.
Wars movies are.
Yes.
That's what all the Transformers movies
Yes.
are.
If it
As
would have been,
terrible
if
as
it
they
was
may
in
be,
PG-13, you
think-
would have not grow up with Star Wars or any of those.
Come
For
on.
as long as there's a badass fighting scene, that's all I care about. Okay, because they have to have a battle scene.
No, it has to be well choreographed. Come on.
Oh
Yes.
my
Like-
god, yes.
and
You
has-
know what?
like-
I mean now because of Sam, you know, like my fighting scene is completely different from whatever I see
You're
on
like,
TV, and it's like, oh, that sucks. So, but I see it different now
Yeah.
because you know when you
Yeah.
know that kind of movies that.
I grew up with Sam,
Yes,
so I know.
you know those movies that I'm talking about.
But
So
you guys
yeah.
gotta support it again.
Yeah.
If you guys like this culture, support it.
And
It's-
support
it's-
the local theater, Mary Pickford Theater.
Yes, and Bonta, our German and
Are they?
Argentine.
Are they? I've never been there.
Oh, you gotta go.
It is
Yeah.
It's
really
good.
good,
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's like. I've
Oh,
always.
you can.
See, now you go outside trying all this good food. Why don't you try it over here?
And
Well,
then
I
make
do,
your
I
own
do.
video about
I
the
do,
food.
but that's like one that I always forget about, like that.
There's a bunch of little that
I
Mexican
haven't-
restroom right there next
Oh,
to
yeah.
Bonta.
I've been to that
there.
one.
I heard it was really
I've been to
good.
that one. It's good.
Even Chulusa actually had a good pasta. I mean,
The guy who owns Chulusa, he used to come into the video store that I worked at years ago when I was a kid. Yeah, and it was like, I've known about it for a while, and I've been meaning to go there, and I just completely forget.
old people know what to eat. Good food, I'm telling you.
I'm suspect about that. I'm suspect about
Yeah.
that.
But anyways, go see the movie. Support all the comic book movies coming out this year, next year. I mean, again, don't listen to the critic. Experience it yourself.
Wait, before you, did you guys know that Chris Evans said that
Yes,
he wanted to do
yes.
Captain America?
He did
Captain
drop that
America.
line. Yeah.
No, no, they wrapped the film.
Yeah,
Yeah.
was very emotional about it.
Yep.
So he's dead. Oh, just kidding. I don't know. We don't know that.
He transformed into a different thing.
Human Torch.
Exactly. It's just like a reincarnation.
Yeah.
He got
So
reincarnated
no,
to the Human Torch.
it was amazing. So don't listen to them. You have to experience it for yourself. Go to your local movie theater, and then if you want more details about the character, go to your local comic book store.
Pick up a comic book. Venom.
Yep. All right, you guys. The chicks here from Comic Asylum, Palm Desert.
Mama Comic.
Alex
Oh, we
Calligo.
got this right. What? We
My
nailed
God.
it. We nailed this. We nailed it.
At the end of the show.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, you guys. Bye.